row that Frederick will walk away with the L. Very tight, 16-14 locks for your Golden Eagles.
I feel like this rivalry means a lot to me, especially some of the guys being known from their team and our team. We grew up playing with each other, so it's always fun seeing them out on the field, playing against them, competing against them. And, we always want the great outcome. We didn't get it last year, but I know for sure we got it this year, so I'm excited for it.
Yeah, they tried to rig the game, but you can't fake influence.
To me, the rivalry means just about everything that you hope for out of competitive high school football. And what I mean by that is a lot of these kids grow up together, kids that go to Mead, kids that go to Frederick, and then they get to high school and they kind of part ways, and then they get to meet each other again on the football field. And I think when you get those kind of scenarios, it brings a lot out of the kids, a lot out of the players. It means a lot for the fans, the families, students who aren't even playing, that are just in the stands, maybe that know guys on the field. I think that is the spirit of high school football, and that is the stuff that these kids are going to remember for a really long time.
Hey, I'm tripping, I'm sliding, I'm riding through the back like go.
Beat Mead.
Let's go Eagles, beat Mead.
Beat Mead.
Mead.
Beat Mead. Okay.
Beat Mead.
Good evening and welcome in everybody to the Fowler Kia pregame show here on the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network. I'm Dante Lechuga alongside Carly Evans, and we're coming to you live from Frederick High School, ready to go tonight as your Golden Eagles take on the rival Mead Mavericks. Carly, it's going to be a great game, and Frederick is ready to fly. What's your Fowler focus for tonight?
Well, Dante, thank you so much. First and foremost, this is going to be quite the game for sure. Something that most of the players, whenever I talked with them pregame, this is one of the games that they've been looking forward to all of last season after they played Mead and all of this season so far with the one game that's happened against Broomfield. Kind of to recap what happened last week for both teams, Frederick was beaten by Broomfield with a final score of 31-13. So kind of got pummeled, I would say. Not the most pleasant game to watch, but it couldn't help. You couldn't help but feel like there was a little bit of tranquility and peace every time Kissinger somehow got the ball. And it happened more often than not. He ended up running it quite a few times. And honestly, he didn't really lean on his throwing arm so much, about 67 yards throwing. But he did have a pick, no touchdown, so not the cleanest game that we're going to see from PK. But I have full faith tonight in his abilities. He did have a rushing touchdown, so I guess evenly match it. And then, what can we say about the Mead Mavericks? So far this season, they've had an explosive offense. They beat Pueblo South 42-0. And the key player to kind of keep an eye out for is Ethan Elmore. And we kind of talked a little bit about him, Dante, pregame. We talked about, his efforts in their matchup against Pueblo South. He had 3 touchdowns through the air. 70% of his attempts through the air were complete last game. His long ball that he had was, I believe, 74 yards. He aired it out a bit more than what we should expect to see this game. Kind of talking pregame with the players, they are planning on seeing a lot of rushing yards this game from both sides of the ball for both teams. So we shall see what is to come.
Absolutely. It's going to be a great night, as the Fowler pregame show is the place where we'll set the stage for everything you're about to see. We'll break down the keys to the game, highlight some of the players to watch, and get you ready for kickoff under the Friday night lights. Speaking of keys, Carly, what are the keys to tonight's game?
The glorious, infamous Carly's keys for tonight's game. First and foremost, just want to touch on shut out Ethan Elmore. We already kind of talked about him a little bit and just kind of put constant pressure on him too. Dante, we talked a little bit. I know you said he reminds you, of a Tim Tebow. He kind of strikes me as kind of a Steve Young, honestly. He's got some extensive burliness, and he's pretty impressive to watch. His ability to scramble is impressive as well. Elmore isn't easy to bring down either, which is why I mentioned this comparison. So my key for kind of putting pressure on him constantly and to kind of stifle him in his footsteps, I want to see some rush lane integrity. I want our defensive linemen to stay in their lanes and kind of not allow any gaps where Elmore can possibly cut up the middle, because one of my keys, as I'm going to touch on here in a little bit, is, just containing the Wildcat, because that's something that is very prominent whenever you watch, huddle game clips and stuff. Watching Ethan Elmore, he tends to either just take it himself right down the middle, or, he'll rely on one of his trusty backs. So just kind of staying in our lanes for defensive linemen, I think that's pretty crucial. Maybe throw a QB spy on Elmore to kind of keep him contained just in case he decides to, take it any other way than what we're anticipating. Already talking with some of the Frederick stars, biggest thing they mentioned was pressuring Elmore by flushing him to kind of avoid having him throw on his better side. So kind of throwing him off his game, if you will, and just kind of avoiding the allowment of adversity, because I feel like whenever you watch him, although he doesn't lean on throwing it, there is that aspect that you let him roll out to where he's comfortable, and there's plenty of green grass and room for him to kind of do whatever he wants. He's practically like the RPO of quarterbacks, if you think about it. So just something to keep in mind. And so the second one that I have is just kind of touching on even the Wildcat, just getting physical up front. That's another thing that I want to talk about is Mead's defensive line. Those are some big, big guys, which with any defensive line, obviously you're going to have a pretty hefty matchup no matter what, but just getting kind of physical and in the nitty-gritty and realizing to close those gaps, I think, is going to be crucial this game. Last thing I want to talk about, kind of what I touched on a little bit earlier, containing the Wildcat. I want the Golden Eagles to turn Ethan Elmore and his offensive Wildcat into a house cat. I mean, we are going to tame this field to the best of our ability. And you might be wondering, how exactly should we do it? Well, personally, it all starts at that line of scrimmage. I think controlling the line is crucial to succeeding with caging this kitty. I want to see Elmore squirming in the pocket with no options downfield whatsoever, to where you can visibly see the pressure being put upon him. Kind of something that I want to mention is just focusing on funneling the defensive ends to kind of set the tone around the outskirts, to where you're not allowing him to kind of pick which side he wants. He's kind of funneled right down the middle, to where you keep him in the pocket and you put constant pressure on him. That's about it, honestly, for Carly's keys for tonight.
Carly, I'm looking forward to seeing it all. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by Fowler Automotive. From sales to service, Fowler is proud to keep you moving and to support our community schools. Fowler Automotive, driven by integrity, powered by you. It's football time in Frederick, and you've been watching the Fowler Kia pregame show on the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network.
The following is a presentation of the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network. Student-led, student-centered, student-serving.
And welcome in, everybody, to the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network. My name's Dante Lechuga, alongside here with good old Carly Evans. It's rivalry night, so your Golden Eagles are taking on the Mead Mavericks in this calm night. Carly, how excited are we to commentate this game?
Man, every single year I feel like we ask this question of ourselves, and every single time I feel like the energy just gets ramped up to, like, I don't know, a different notch. And honestly, I think tonight, especially knowing that this is kind of our last time to call the Mead game, I think it's definitely significant. And I think it's going to be memorable, I think, especially for how many seniors we have on this crew. And just kind of realizing, hey, it is our last time to call a Mead football game against Frederick. Obviously not the last one that this program will see, but I think it's definitely a memento to kind of take with us career-wise.
Absolutely. And let's have a blast, Carly. Last Mead game, as we're getting right here to do the national anthem. Shout out to the Frederick band, Brock Bradford, the star of that show.
What a goat. I mean, what isn't there to say about Brock Bradford? I believe he is competing in Freddie's Got Talent with his drumming, I want to say.
Can't wait to see that. I've seen his talents in class, actually.
Yes. I was about to say, if you guys watch the podcast, we did a whole segment with Brock, and man, his drumming abilities. I remember watching it like live and in person, and I was like, are you kidding me? Like, this is inhumanly possible.
As here's the national anthem.
Our national anthem is performed by the combined bands of the Frederick High School Marching Golden Eagles.
As here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you to the Frederick Marching Band for tonight's anthem. As your captains are getting ready to walk out to do the toss. Your captains for the Golden Eagles are going to be number 6, Eddie Riley, number 77, Blake Baker, number 0, Marcus Almiron, number 85, Eric Ross, and number 24, Sonny Del Pitts, as we are going to go down to the sideline.
Thanks, guys. Down here on the sideline. The atmosphere is absolutely electric, as I'm sure you can hear right next to me. Team in the huddle up, ready to go. Both sides are flooded in tonight. Friday Night Lights back here in Frederick. The visiting Mead Mavericks have come into Frederick's house. The talking to the players has been getting their get back against Mead. Last year, the 1-point loss really devastating Frederick, but they're ready to go tonight. PK, ready to go. Frederick, ready to go. Back up to you guys.
Thank you, Ian. Here's the toss. Golden Eagles had a rough start with our offense to a first game of the season. A little bit slow with Kissinger. Took some baby steps. I'm hoping the training wheels are definitely off for this game.
Honestly, I have a feeling that just watching, kind of like what I mentioned earlier, kind of in my keys, is it felt like towards the end of the game, Kissinger, there was like this undeniable confidence that kind of came with him. Even though they were losing, they still kind of went down with a fight, I guess. Not without a fight.
It's Preston Kissinger, the senior quarterback. First year as a starter. Looking to get his first win as a starter here tonight against the 3A runner-ups from last year, the Mead Mavericks, the crosstown rivals.
Something else that I'd just like to mention too is, you know, there are some runners on both sides of on both teams, I guess, if you will, to keep an eye out for. Number 21 on the Mead Mavericks, Noah Chapala. He had 10 carries last game, 97 yards though, so you know, almost broke with that 100 yards, which everyone knows if you have 100 yards a game rushing, you've had yourself a pretty solid night, one would argue. Another person, obviously, we already mentioned Elmore. He had 79 yards on 6 carries, and he also had that rushing touchdown. So he's kind of a multi-dimensional talent, right? Like, he's not 2D. He's something that Frederick definitely needs to keep an eye out for. That's why I kind of talked about maybe that QB spy, having someone keep an eye on him at all times because he is such a lethal weapon for this team. And Dante, for the viewers that don't know, Ethan Elmore actually was not a quarterback last season. What was he?
He was actually the tailback here for the Mavericks last year, and I believe he was actually their leading rusher. So he could very well be the best rushing quarterback in all of 3A, maybe even the state of Colorado.
Which is definitely tough if you're a Frederick fan to kind of hear that, just to realize his capability specifically last season. It's something to keep an eye out for, but it's not something to be scared of necessarily.
Garrett Cahoon is set to kick off. Mavericks elected to, or excuse me, the Eagles elected to defer. And here's Cahoon's kick, and we are underway. It'll be returned at the 5. Going to that right sideline, and Hoagie misses a tackle there. He goes all the way out to the 28-yard line. That's where Ethan Elmore and the Mavericks will take over. Number 5, Gonzalez on the carry. On the return, excuse me.
I think it was actually number 4, Madrewski. It was hard to tell, though, from up here.
We do have a lot better angle tonight than we did last year.
Yes, we do. I was about to say, even for you viewers, you actually get kind of an overhead view on what's going on in the game. So I guess we'll count our blessings.
Elmore's going to start in the shotgun. He's got 2 left. Eagles showing that they are rushing 4. They're going to send a blitz. Elmore's going to have to roll to his left, and he's dropped! First play of the game.
Solid performance already from your Frederick Golden Eagles. Something that I talked about is kind of bringing the pressure on Elmore, and beautiful execution right off the bat. Elmore barely had any time to roll out. I mean, he hadn't even stepped pretty much outside the pocket before he was just completely pummeled. On his blind side, too.
Big loss for the Mavericks. 2nd and 20 here for Elmore. He's going to stay in the shotgun. Frederick is loading the box to start this game. Motion, handoff, misdirection. Has nowhere to go. Bunch of Eagles meet him at the line. It's going to be 3rd and forever.
Beautiful execution so far early on from your Frederick Golden Eagles. They've done a great job of kind of feeling out what the Mead Mavericks have kind of already started. We talked about that whole Wildcat formation. They're pretty much just playing right into it at this point. Elmore went for the handoff, fake sweep, didn't fall for it. It's a bring of a third and a mile.
Elmore, low snap. Filling blitz, he's gonna fire! Great coverage by DeGiswaldo. 3 and out for the Mavericks as they will have to punt it away.
DeGiswaldo read it beautifully, jumped right in front of the pass. And Elmore, you mentioned the low snap. He looked a little shaky almost. I mean, his first read looked like he couldn't find anybody, kept searching, was able to finally find some separation, but just didn't come up with anything whatsoever. DeGiswaldo, he's got to be chest puffed out for that one.
Del Pitt set to return. It's going to be a short kick. Going to take a bounce all the way out to the 32. Del Pitt's going to pick it up, and he'll pick up about 5 yards to bring it out to the 45. And out comes Kissinger and the Golden Eagle offense.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what Kissinger makes of that easy 3 and out. I mean, that Frederick's defense, they held strong. Typically with those opening drives, it's hard to tell, especially with a team as dynamic as the Mavericks. Honestly, at the same time, Mavericks kind of just feeling it out, it looked like, kind of seeing, you know, what does Frederick fall for, what do they not, how are they able to read it. But Frederick held strong and fast.
Salazar is going to start at tailback. His ankle's been bothering him from last year. We'll see how that affects him today. Kissinger drops back, pass, first play of the game. And he's going to just loft it up. DeGiswaldo will make the grab. Tough grab from DeGiswaldo to start the game. It's going to be second and short.
DeGiswaldo ran a little bit of a curl, but it was in traffic, so it was kind of hard to tell what he could make of it. DeGiswaldo already having himself a night. And it was impressive, too, to see PK kind of roll outside the pocket. We haven't seen that yet, honestly.
Haven't seen any pass plays really to start the year, so that's a great sign to see.
And I like the aggression, because I think that's something that we were concerned about, is the whole training wheels mentality. So far, this is probably the most aggressive. This is the most aggressive from this past game and this game so far.
And the hard count's going to get the Mavericks to jump offside. First down, Frederick.
Honestly,
they slowly move into that Maverick territory.
Made it look like child's play, too. I believe that was number 9, Phelan, who jumped. I'm telling you, that hard count is lethal, though. Whenever it works, though. I mean, Broomfield, they hardly even batted an eyeball whenever, you know, PK tried to do a hard count, which was not very often, granted, because he didn't throw it very much or really do much of anything, honestly, besides rush for an absurd amount of yards.
Kissinger's going to stay in the shotgun. Mavericks 4-3 look. Kissinger, speed option, was looking for the toss. Mavericks were all over it. Was looking for the toss to Salazar. Kissinger had to keep it. Second and 10.
You know, it's one of those where I think both teams, honestly, they like to go for a little bit of run-pass option. We already saw that early on with Elmore. Obviously, Elmore's didn't necessarily pay off to what he wanted, but it's one of those where PK, I like the aggressive nature that he's kind of handling this game, you know, just taking it right up the middle. I think it's one of those there where they have to, you know, you have to send some blockers, it feels like. Obviously, you don't want to make it too obvious.
Kissinger, toss, Salazar. Salazar makes one miss, but he's met behind the line. Mavericks defense starting to wake up. That was Caleb Fallon in the backfield.
Yeah, Phelan, we already heard his name once already, obviously. I think he was trying to make up for that penalty call earlier on that he fell for. Because, I mean, he came screaming in from the side.
Third and long here for the Golden Eagles.
Frederick's going to have to watch those edge rushers. I feel like that's something to be concerned about. PK's kind of left wide open on both sides.
A lot of what we saw last year. Kissinger drops back. It was tipped, almost intercepted.
Nearly a crucial mistake early on. Looks like, yeah, that was Shields. Jackson Shields with the block. Tipped pass. Could have been anybody's game at that point. I mean, literally could have just been a scoop up from the air and score, right?
Cahoon will be set to punt. Mavericks are going to have 2 returners back there. That's Cooper Madreski. And I believe that's number 22, Brecken Palco. Madreski's going to return it, and that was not a good decision. He's met right away at the 15-yard line. DJ Swaldo was all over it, along with number 9, Caleb, or excuse me, not Caleb Fallen, Jovan Martinez.
So Martinez and DJ Swaldo with a little bit of action for the two of them. As I already mentioned, I feel like DJ Swaldo's already kind of having himself a night. I mean, already a very impressive showing. I think part of it, too, is he has so many friends, as do many of us, who, you know, you see all these familiar faces, you see all these familiar names that you've known for years since middle school, even elementary school. And so I think that kind of plays in a little bit with the whole rivalry aspect. You know, these are people you played with your whole life.
Elmore's going to motion, man. He's going to take himself that Wildcat action we've been talking about. He's going to carry a couple Eagles with him for a first down. Strong start to this Mavericks drive.
Yeah, Elmore with the sweep in the backfield. I mean, he just took it himself. And it's one of those where I would just like to mention that Ethan Elmore, he's not a small kid in the slide. I mean, he is hard to take down. He weighs in, I believe, just a smidge over 200 pounds, and he stands at 6 foot. So he's a unit.
Elmore, motion, handoff, right side. Ross is all over in the backfield. Lost the 2 for the Mavericks, 2nd and 12.
Ross read it beautifully. Looks like that was Looks like that was directly met at the line, which, you know, kind of playing into my keys. That's something that I talked about, is just making sure that you snuff out that run game before anything happens. And so far, Frederick's linebackers and their defensive ends have done an amazing job of doing so.
Elmore going to keep it himself again. Ethan Elmore's going to bounce outside. And once again, he's dropped at the line. He'll pick up 2 yards. 3rd and 9 here for the Mavericks.
Ross, this is Eric Ross's drive right here. I mean, he has played incredibly so far early on, bringing up a 3rd and long. So now kind of facing a little bit of pressure. Elmore really hasn't been able to take his legs, which is something that he relies on. So curious to see what he'll make of this.
Elmore, a little trick play, almost was fumbled. They'll pick up a couple and won't be enough. Almost tragedy there for the Mavericks.
So costly mistakes for both teams. Looks like that was Chapala, though, the player that we talked about previously, who had 97 yards last game. Kind of bobbled the ball around, though, so have to make sure that he secures it properly before he starts running. Looks like he kind of caught himself glancing away before he had full possession, which is something that you can't do. It's a costly mistake early on. They'll just have to punt it away.
This punt will take a roll out of bounds at about the 30. Kissinger will get a 2nd shot at scoring.
So PK, first drive that we saw of him, I would say I was impressed. I was impressed for sure. But I want to see more. That's my biggest thing, is I think right now we just haven't seen enough of him.
Absolutely is. I'd like to take this chance to shout out Rocky Church for sponsoring today's broadcast. Would you like to meet an Olympian, connect with a D1 athlete, or talk with a Twitch streamer? Rocky Students is a part of Rocky Church, and they are all about connecting students to their purpose. They believe students are the future, and their goal is to help you be empowered, encouraged, and supported. There are many ways to connect with Rocky Students. You can start by watching their monthly podcast on YouTube, where you'll hear from guests on a multitude of podcasts and much more. Kissinger is going to shift the line and flag on the play. Looks like it's directed at the Mavericks. I'm not sure if they jumped. It didn't look like they did. They're going to talk it over. Frederick was doing a lot of shifting, so they possibly could have flinched.
That's what I'm thinking. I mean, the entire O-line shifted.
Still chattering. And it is going to be offsides on Mead, so we're going to start out with the 1st and 5 here for your Golden Eagles.
So short yardage to gain for that first down marker, which obviously plays in Frederick's favor.
Once again, be sure to follow Rocky Students on Instagram at RockyStudents_Frederick to learn more. 1st and 5 here for Frederick. Little bunch formation here. This is where we saw a lot of direct snaps and misdirections, and here it is, right up the middle with a lot of room. First down and more for your Golden Eagles.
What a solid push, just right up the middle. And it wasn't even like there was any trickery. It's just, it's a matter of if you have blockers. And Del Pitts is one of those where I think he's evenly matched kind of in the category of where Ethan Elmore is. You know, he's not necessarily as tall as Ethan Elmore, but he's just as stocky as Elmore is, I'd say. And he proves it there. I mean, he was relying entirely on his O-linemen that were directly in front, right? Kind of pushing with them. Push the pile, if you will.
Kissinger direct snaps to Salazar. Salazar looking for room. And that Mead D-line did a great job at containing their 3-yard gain.
And, you know, talking to Salazar, he did seem a little frustrated with the results, specifically with himself from the last game. You know, we saw him leave early on. It obviously wasn't the most ideal start that he wanted to his season personally, but it's one of those where it's great to see him out there in the action with the direct snap.
Kissinger, same formation, just flipped. DeJus Wall's the only wide out this play. Mead stacking the box. Kissinger gonna take it himself, and he's met in the backfield. That'll go nowhere. 3rd and 8 here for the Golden Eagles.
Looks like that was, I believe that was,
tackled in the backfield. Loss of 1 on the play.
I want to say it looked like Chapala. I might be mixing up the numbers, though, because it's hard to tell. I think it might have been number 22. I think it might have been Brecken Palco, which, familiar name right there. Went to middle school with him.
We sure did, Carly.
This will bring up a 3rd and 8, so 3rd and long.
Mead staying in a 4-3. 4 line, 3 backers.
Mead this time catching the shift.
Direct snap. It looked like Kissinger might have been the one to flinch.
It was either Kissinger or it might have been Phelan who jumped again, number 9. It was hard to tell. He's coming hot off that outside.
And it's going to be 3rd and 13 here on their own 40-yard line, 45-yard line.
So this drive starting to sputter out, you know, about midway through this drive. They're having some difficulties, honestly. Don't want to see this drive sputter out anymore.
They're going to go in the shotgun. It's going to be Del Pitts in the backfield, I believe. It's going to be a play action. Kissinger feeling pressure. He's going to fire deep. Del Pitts, and that was broken up. That was a great defensive play from Jordan Patterson, looking for Sonny Del Pitts on the smash route.
Yeah, Del Pitts turned around. Ball was pretty much in his face. I mean, PK played it out beautifully. You know, he was feeling pressure from both sides. Obviously, Mavericks bringing the pressure. Looked like they brought a few extra men, maybe an attempt at a blitz. Obviously, worked out pretty well. And what a defensive play to bat the ball away.
Cahoon's second punt of the day. Pretty good punt from Cahoon.
It's a monster of a kick.
Will take a good roll to the 23-yard line.
He has such a good leg. I mean, it's one of those where it's kind of nice.
Southpaw.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's not kind of nice. It is nice. I mean, to have an actual kicker instead of just kind of the off and on of what we've had for these past few years. I know you and me talked a little bit about that last game, even against Broomfield, where just the reliability of actually having a kicker who can kick. It feels nice.
Cahoon very consistent. The junior does a great job. He has many years, 2 more years, not many, here to come as a Golden Eagle.
He's still got a few, right? We know what you meant.
Elmore, motion. He's going to look for the pass. He's going to keep it himself. Frederick's all over it right now. Eddie Riley in the backfield.
Riley snuffed it out before anything happened. I can really appreciate right now, Frederick, they're reading the Mavericks like they have their playbook directly in front of them. I mean, they are making this look easy. I feel like Elmore, there's a little bit of antsiness almost now with about 3 minutes, a little under 3 minutes left in this first quarter. You know, not much production from both sides of the ball.
A lot of shifts at the line. Elmore's going to fire right side low. It's going to be 3rd and 10.
Very, very low ball there to Patterson. Looked like Jordan Patterson tried to flip himself around on the route, curl back inward on the outside. For one, great coverage, though, from Frederick. Obviously, Elmore, he wouldn't have placed that ball there intentionally if he hadn't been feeling a little pressed.
Pass was intended for Eli Davis, who had 100 yards last game versus Pueblo South.
Was it Davis? I'm telling you, I'm blind.
Elmore shotgun. Fakes the handoff, misdirection to Cradaville. Cradaville looking for space. Cradaville fighting towards that line. Looks like he's going to be a yard shy. Maybe inches. It's going to come down to the spot.
Looks like there was a flag down on the play, though, so not sure if this will come back or not.
And it looks like it will be brought back. We'll repeat 3rd down. Looks like there's a holding. It's going to be 3rd and a mile here for Elmore and his Mavericks.
Obviously, it's hard to tell with all those bodies, but it felt like the more that Cradaville pressed up the middle, obviously his blockers got more and more defensive. Not necessarily the best way to let this drive stall out, as this will be
3rd down and 20 after the penalty.
3rd and 20, so 3rd and a long shot. I expect to see them possibly maybe air it out. Depends on Elmore's comfortability.
Elmore rolls out. He's going to launch it deep, looking for Davis. Great coverage by Martinez.
Woo! I mean, what a pass from Elmore. Davis obviously went up for it, but Frederick, what a job to pretty much match him man-to-man. Davis was never a step ahead of the defender. I mean, it was literally just like a matchup. A matchup, a beautiful matchup, one could say, as once again, nothing happening. No production whatsoever.
Mead gonna punt again. It's gonna take a bounce at the 50, and Sonny's gonna let it die at around the 34. Still no points here in this first quarter, Carly. Kissinger's gonna take a 3rd shot at it. About 2 minutes and 15 seconds left to go.
My biggest thing with watching those first 2 drives with him is, you know, PK, his O-line, for one, is doing a great job whenever it comes to kind of blocking where hypothetically if you wanted to throw in a little bit of wildcat action, you could, kind of a thing. But it's one of those where whenever it comes to, like, I don't know, if PK wanted to throw in, I don't know, a jet sweep or something, if he wanted to kind of bounce around to the outside, we haven't seen any of that because those edge rushers have just, as I put it earlier, they've been screaming in from the outside. PK's had no time in the pocket or really any time at all to scramble outside of the pocket itself.
Kissinger, another bunch sort of formation. It's going to be a handoff to Pitts, and he'll be wrapped up in the backfield. He'll fight for 2 yards, make it 2nd and 8.
Preston Kissinger hands the ball to Sonny Delpiz. Gain of 1 on the play, 2nd down, Golden Eagles.
Yeah, so not much happening there, 2nd and 9. So we'll discredit another yard. Stuck at 1.
Correction, gain of 2 on the play.
Never mind, you were right.
Golden Eagles.
Mead has been daring Frederick to throw this football. They've been stacking the box all of this first quarter so far. We'll see if it remains that way the entire night. Kissinger, play action, looking deep for DeJus Waldo. He's going to dump it down right at the marker. What a grab that was.
Honestly, that could have been intended for anybody. I mean, he had Del Pitts open on the right side and pretty open. He had a decent amount of space, but Betancourt, great job to secure it too. I mean, it's one of those where they clobbered him towards the end of that play. He never stopped with that forward progress, though. That was impressive, an impressive push.
Great grab from Betancourt, the senior tight end receiver.
I mean, even watching what Betancourt did last game, he's got reliable hands. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those where you always want your tight end to have reliable hands.
Toss to Salazar. Salazar runs into his own man. He'll pick up 3 yards.
Salazar kind of swallowed up at the line. Not really much to gain there. Few yards out of it.
Cody Salazar on the carry.
Number 5, Gonzalez, has been all over the field so far here for the Mavericks. The senior was actually the leading tackler for the Mavericks in their sophomore or junior year. It's been a heck of a has had a heck of a career so far as a Maverick. Kissinger under center. Motions Del Pitts, toss to Del Pitts. Del Pitts running out of the backfield, but he made a miss. First down for Sonny Del Pitts. Bruising ankles as he gets the first down.
Del Pitts, you love to see it, just a cut right up the middle. And my goodness, Del Pitts kind of dancing around what could have been a disaster right at the line of scrimmage, too. I mean, we almost saw a repeat of what Salazar did last play where he was swallowed up at the line. But my goodness, Del Pitts, as you said, kind of dancing around those defenders.
As that'll take us to the end of the first quarter, 0-0 here on the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network.
Are you tired of paying rent or constantly moving from one place to another? LGI Homes has the solution for you. We offer affordable new homes with exceptional quality. With our simplified buying process and zero down options available, easily achieve the dream of homeownership and quickly move into your new home. At LGI Homes, we have it all, offering new homes complete with upgrades, designed to add style, value, and energy efficiency to your life. Find your new home today with LGI Homes.
And welcome back, everybody, to the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network. I'm Dante Lechuga alongside here with Carly Evans. Golden Eagles all the way out to the 39-yard line.
You know what I think just helps with this atmosphere, too, is talking with, people like Del Pitts pregame, and man, I saw him in the hallway. He is so pumped. His outfit today, it was pretty awesome. It was on par. I mean, he had on the cowboy hat, the boots, the jeans.
I love Sonny Del Pitts. Motion is Del Pitts.
Ooh.
Sonny Del Pitts went into motion. Kissinger lost the ball.
I didn't even see the
Under
snap,
center.
honestly.
Did he jump back on it? Mavericks are saying it's their ball, and it is. A huge turnover for the Mavericks. Miscommunication between the center and Kissinger.
So, PK, I'm not sure if him and his center were quite on the same page right there communication-wise, because, I mean, for one, that ball it looked like it honestly wasn't even snapped. Like, it was just kind of flung to the ground. And so it's one of those where maybe just a little bit of miscommunication, which at this point in the game, you can't have something like that happen. I mean, at any point in the game, you really can't have something like that happen. But this miscommunication right here is costly, as now Mead Mavericks have possession of it.
Hand off to start the Mavericks drive, and that'll be close to a first down. The 9-yard gain. Looks like that was St. Aubin. Chapala.
Chapala dancing around to the outside.
Yet to see St. Aubin get a carry. Their leading rusher, I believe.
So second and very short.
Elmore under center. He's going to have 3 behind him. Going to hand it off up the middle. That'll be enough for the first down. Wasn't a lot, but it was enough. Move those chains for the Mavericks.
Something that I kind of want to see here for Frederick is, I don't know, to kind of aim for a little bit more of a layout with like a 3-4 base. You know what I mean? Run like a 3-4 defensive scheme to where you have like 3 of your defensive linemen obviously on the line, but then you also have 4 linebackers. Because I feel like, honestly, it kind of, I don't know, pinch Elmore a little bit more.
And there's St. Aubin getting his first carry of the night. He'll pick up 7. And I'm sure we'll start seeing a lot more of him tonight.
Yeah, his first run definitely fruitful for him. As now we're looking at second and short.
Elmore's going to go under center again, same formation. Handoff up the middle. And Golden Eagles are not doing a great job up front right now. That'll pick up 15 yards. And Mavericks are starting to just run it right down their guts.
I was about to say, it's one of those where, as you put it, Dante, they're just kind of running it right down their throats. And honestly, I don't know. I feel like Frederick's front is really struggling right now.
Same formation again. It's going to be a handoff to Cradaville. Cradaville knifing his way through. Once again, that'll be a good pickup, about 6 yards. Mead's going to hurry up as well.
I think they know that right now Frederick is feeling the pressure. This drive that, they're piecing together, it's looking very solid, unfortunately.
Elmore. Same formation once again, 4th time in a row. Frederick starting to stack the box. It's going to be a play action. Elmore looking for the end zone. It's caught. Touchdown Mavericks.
See, I think what Frederick is trying to get out of it a little bit was it looked like, I want to say, Case. It looked like Cody Case either kind of got stomped on a little bit or he honestly just lost his own footing. It was hard to tell in the heat of the moment, but regardless, ref's not going to call anything, even though Case threw his hands up kind of in dismay that there wasn't anything called.
Eli Davis will strike first here for the Mavericks, the leading receiver for this Mead football team.
Davis had 2 steps ahead of them, too, to be honest. I mean,
speaking of Davis, he'll poke the extra point right through. He's actually a really good kicker. Last year, I remember him booting it from quite a ways.
I feel like I remember that, too. I mean, we've slept since then, obviously, but
Mead Mavericks 7, Golden Eagles 0.
I would like to take this chance to shout out FHS Booster Club for sponsoring tonight's broadcast. Frederick High School, Booster Club carries on the long tradition of supporting the students of this community. The purpose of Booster Club is to provide the funding and manpower for the homecoming tailgate celebration, the after-prom party, grants to student groups and clubs, as well as scholarships to graduating seniors. We're always looking for parent volunteers, so if you're interested in becoming involved, we would invite you to reach out through our website, fhsbooster.com, and click on Contact Us or attend our next meeting in the FHS Library. If you want to be more involved in the community and have a desire to do something that benefits the students of our community, we'd love to hear from you. Again, please visit the website, fhsbooster.com, and click on Contact Us if you'd like to get involved. We welcome any supporters, not just parents. The FHS Booster Club is a proud partner of GBN.
As we're about to jump right back into this action with, once again, another kickoff. There's been a lot of kicks.
Eli Davis will kick a line drive into the end zone. That'll bring us to the 20-yard line.
My favorite is Del Pitts. Every time he's back there to receive, he almost reminds me of Turpin on the Cowboys, where, the other night Turpin, he kept getting so pressed that he wasn't able to return it because every time it would either skirt out of bounds or he just wouldn't have the chance to return it. And, man, he kept getting so frustrated. It was so funny to watch. But Del Pitts, I feel like he wants to return it so bad.
Kissinger looking to put some points on the board before heading into halftime. They trail 7-0 with 10 minutes left to go in the second quarter. It's going to be a misdirection toss. That's Del Pitts. He'll pick up a good amount. 7 yards on that carry.
I was about to say, we've realized, I think, how effective having blockers is specifically for this game, because I feel like, honestly, the running game has been pretty evenly matched so far. I think Frederick has had a little bit of a slower start whenever it comes to stuff like that, but I think, honestly, their run game is just as good, if not better, as the Mavericks.
Handoff again. Fighting for extra yards. Great effort that was from Sonny Del Pitts.
Del Pitts.
He's right at those chains.
I was about to say, didn't give up without a fight, and I like the misdirection scheme a little bit. How, it was still a handoff regardless, but I like this cutesy side of Frederick. It's not too in your face kind of a thing. It's a little bit harder to read, which for the Mavericks, that's exactly the opposite of what you want.
Kissinger is going to run himself. He did a great job last week at that. Nothing doing there. Short gain.
I was about to say, but, they were able to move the chains last time, so now looking at still a 2nd and long, but plenty of room to work with.
It's going to be 2nd and 9. Clock's ticking, 8.5 minutes left. before we head to halftime.
I feel like, yes, Frederick does have to be cognizant, specifically PK with the clock, because, you know, time like this can tick fast when you're working on a slow drive like this.
Direct snap to Salazar. He's going to hand off to Kissinger, and the Mavericks are all over it. Number 9, Caleb Fallon in the backfield. Already heard his name a couple of times. Big loss on that play.
I'm kind of surprised that his O-lineman didn't really eat up Fallon, because, I mean, Fallon was all over him kind of a thing. And regardless of the mistakes that he made earlier on the game, he's been able to make up for it beautifully. But unfortunate for Frederick's O-line. They've really been struggling to contain him specifically. As now they are looking at 3rd and 15.
Kissinger shotgun. Salazar's going to do a little swing route to that left side. He's going to get it. And once again, nothing doing. Fallen again on the tackle.
Man.
I believe he has 4 tackles already in this first half. On pace for about 10.
I mean, we talked about DJ Swaldo having himself a night. How about Fallen? As much as I hate to say it, I mean, he's played incredibly. He's kind of, you know, he's been flying around the field for one, and that's something hard to stop. And Frederick's been hurting because of him. Salazar tried to tiptoe along that sideline too, so, you know, throw the arms up a little bit, but just didn't pay off whatsoever. As, whew, looks like that was Brecken Palko, who was immediately stopped right after the catch.
Coon's 4th punt of the night will be marked at the 48, 47-yard line. He's had a busy half so far.
This, unfortunately, as much as I hate to say it, this is a crucial drive for Frederick's defense. I know they're tired. Just watching them out there already, it's one of those where they're starting to kind of wear and tear a little bit. They're starting to show it.
Looked like D-line jumped. Refs let it slide. Elmore, handoff up the middle again. Eagles are all over it this time. Short gain.
See, that's where I talked about that 4-3 action where you want to kind of have your 4 defensive linemen in the front, and you want to have, obviously, a nose tackle or 2 in there. But it's one of those where, honestly, I feel like it's crucial right now to have a good selection of linebackers because, you know, I feel like they're able to sniff out some of those plays directly in the middle of the field a lot easier. You know, your defensive linemen, obviously, are trying to push and put pressure, but
that handoff will be another short gain. It's going to be about 3rd and 5 here for the Mavericks offense. If they don't get it here, it will potentially be 4th down territory.
I mean, without a doubt, this is one of those where, you know, if I'm Mead's coach, if I'm a part of that, if I'm listening into that conversation, if they don't convert on this 3rd and 5, this is 4 down territory without a doubt. I mean, you're already up by a touchdown. Time's already ticking before this first half is over.
Elmore, handoff to Cradaville. He's met in the backfield. Eric Ross having himself a good first half. His 4th tackle of the night is going to be 4th and 5, and now it's decision time here for the Mavericks. Looks like they're bringing in their punting unit.
That's an interesting decision, honestly. I understand where Mead's coaching is coming from, to where you don't necessarily want to play too aggressive to the point where, you know, you're giving up opportunities and you're pretty much handing them on a silver platter to Frederick. But it's one of those where, I don't know. I feel like I would have gone for it, honestly, if I were them.
That punt's going to take a beautiful roll at the 4-yard line. It's going to go out of bounds. As we're going to go back to the sideline here with Ian McKendry.
Thank you, Dante. I'm down here on the sideline. Very, very heavy defensive game so far. 7-0 down here. Mead seems very, very amped up after scoring that touchdown. Frederick with a big stop there. You know, the energy down here on the sideline. Frederick, they're kind of down on themselves right now after giving up that touchdown. Miscommunication on the DB's parts, running into each other, forcing, you know, that big touchdown play. But Frederick right now still amped up, still ready to go. Watching this offense come back on the field, ready to go. Get some more points on the board. Back up to you, Dante.
Thank you, Ian. As Golden Eagles are deep in their own territory. They're going to have to be careful here. We have seen a lot of safeties happen from this position here the past couple of years announcing this team.
Yes, we have. I was about to say, this is dangerous territory right now for Frederick.
Kissinger tossed to Del Pitts. He'll fight for more. I thought he went down. He's still going. Gets a friendly push for 7 yards. Sonny Del Pitts refuses to go down.
At that point, whenever you're that deep inside your own territory, I feel like the only thing going through PK's mind and the offense's mind is just the whole aspect of you need to get out of there. That is a danger situation, like red alert type of thing. If you get caught in that opposing end zone, I mean, that is, you can't risk giving up a safety.
I was talking to Sonny the other day. He said it's pretty easy to run when you got big 77 out there in front of you. Blake Baker, probably the best offensive lineman on this team. It's first down more here for the Golden Eagles. Sonny Del Pitts is starting to have himself a half as well.
And Baker's a unit, too. I mean, you look at him, he's a big kid. But it's impressive to watch him play. That's, you know, regardless of size, you know, it's one of those where it's very impressive to watch this O-line whenever they block. And as I've talked about and said so many times, Del Pitts, he tends to get lost in traffic as PK back in that bunch formation, caught him to jump.
Another hard count. Both players pointing fingers. Looks like referees are going to have to talk this one over.
It was honestly hard to tell because I saw one of the D linemen jump, but it also might have been a flinch from one of the O linemen.
And it's going to be a offsides here on the Mavericks. Golden Eagles have been blessed with a couple of offsides here from the Mead Mavericks.
We will take that. That's for sure. We will take that in a heartbeat.
5-yard penalty brings up first down and 5 for the Golden Eagles.
Clock ticking, closing on 4 minutes left here in this first half. Golden Eagles still trail 7-0. Kissinger's gonna go under center. Motion Del Pitts, toss to Del Pitts once again. Del Pitts up the middle. Del Pitts turning those legs right at the sticks. That's gonna be a first down. Move those chains here for the Golden Eagles.
Del Pitts, he's able to move the chains with a pretty hefty run, if you ask me, just directly right up that middle. Snapped it, took it, did his own thing. He did it the Del Pitts way. Which I already feel like, you know, you're in a bit of a time crunch. If you're PK and the offense, you're now sitting at shy under 4 minutes.
Kissinger toss again to Del Pitts. Del Pitts bouncing it to the outside. He's wrapped up this time by a pair of Mavericks.
Del Pitts eaten right there by, it looked like number 32, Carter Woods, was all over him before anything could be made possible.
Woods is a big part of this defense. A lot of them know him as the backbone of this defense. One of the senior captains.
As this time, something to be cognizant about. Second and long, second and 12 actually, so a little bit longer.
Kissinger. Mead showing blitz from the backers. He's going to toss to Del Pitts again. Del Pitts was wrapped up by the ankle. He'll get back to the original line to gain 3rd and 10.
So 3rd and 10, back to that original line of scrimmage. We'll see what they can make of this, honestly. This is kind of crucial for them. You want to close out this half with something competitive to prove to this Mead Mavericks team that it's not just talk. This rivalry means something.
Big Eric Ross is in the backfield. Could see a lead block from him here, and that's exactly what we're going to see to Salmeron. He's going to run over a man. He's going to be short. The line to gain by about 3 yards. Kissinger is staying on the field right now. And Dejas Waldo's going to sub in. Looks like they're going to go for this.
Dejas Waldo, we've already heard his name a few times tonight, more than a few times, honestly. He's been an asset. Honestly, I feel like with 4-down territory here, either you send everybody out for blocking, or maybe you do a bit of a curl. I don't know. I could see a curl route.
Kissinger looking for the hard count. Looks like Frederick was just trying to get them to jump off sides. And they might have done, no, false start on Frederick. Second, a lot of Frederick fans seem to think that we got them to jump off sides, and that was not the case. False start, the Golden Eagles.
Obviously, lots of people upset with this call. Nothing you can do about it now, though. 4th and 8.
Bringing up 4th down and 8.
They're just going to punt it away.
Cahoon's had a busy half
Cahoon lined up
here
to punt
as the
for
Eagles stay
Golden
scoreless. Mavericks are going to have a shot to make this a 2-score lead. Cahoon, the southpaw's punt, will take a friendly Mead bounce to the 41-yard line. And out comes Ethan Elmore in the Mavericks offense. As I like to take this chance to shout another one of our sponsors of tonight's broadcast, United Power. Just a reminder that our broadcast is brought to you in part by United Power. At United Power, we're a proud partner of the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network and proud to power local sports and local schools. United Power, your local touchstone energy cooperative.
So obviously, Elmore going to chat with his offense. You know, they're leading by 1 score. As you mentioned previously, something to kind of be cognizant about is if they go up by 2 scores, it's kind of a dire situation for Frederick. I mean, if you allow them to go up by 2 scores, that puts a ton of pressure on them.
Elmore play action. He's going to launch it deep into double coverage. That might have been pass interference.
Ooh, he didn't call it.
Golden Eagles get away with that one.
That one, I mean, I literally mimed the flag up here. I literally mimed the flag. That should have been called, honestly. These refs, we've already seen a few questionable no calls. I mean, he was all over him before that ball even was in their area. Before he even turned around, too.
Golden Eagle DB actually got a handful of face mask as well.
Did he? So just to add a little extra spice to it.
2nd and 10. Golden Eagles get away with a big one.
I mean, that literally could have been game-changing.
Elmore will stay in the shotgun. Minute left in this first half. Here's the snap. Elmore. Handoff. Right up the middle. Making a cut. It's Chapala. Chapala all the way out to the 40. 20-yard gain. Longest rush for Chapala's night as they're in Frederick territory.
And the thing that's so interesting to watch about the Mead Mavericks is the amount of assets that they have in their backfield. I mean, literally, Chapala's been a weapon. And, you know, regardless of where Frederick takes them down, you saw that little hurdle. You saw that little hurdle from Chapala. I mean, it's something to keep in mind is how aggressive they're playing.
Elmore's going to keep it. 8-yard gain. Clock's rolling. 40 seconds left. And the Mavericks are going to use their first timeout of the half.
Elmore, a little swipe at the ankles from Frederick's linebacker. About 40 seconds.
As we'll be back here on the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network.
You've likely heard in the news that interest rates are way too high, homes are just not selling, and the real estate market is about to crash at any moment. Hi, I'm Kendra Badgekar, your local real estate expert, and I've been serving Carvin Valley and Northern Colorado for over 7 years, and I've got some good news. The truth is, there are several creative finance options to get your interest rate down to a much lower rate if you're thinking about buying a home. And yes, homes are taking a little bit longer to sell, but with the right marketing strategy, they are still selling for a great value, so your equity is safe. If you're thinking about making a move this year, let's grab a cup of coffee and talk about the best way to get you there.
And welcome back, everybody, to the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network. I'm Dante Lechuga here with Carly Evans. 40 seconds left here in this first half. Golden Eagles trails 7-0. Mead is inching close to this end zone here at the 33-yard line. So it's 2nd and short.
Dante, this is going to be they're going to take advantage with as much time as the coaches as they possibly can. I mean, this is a big, big play for Frederick. I mean, pretty much this entire drive, I can't imagine the pressure that's being put on Frederick.
Elmore, shotgun, low snap. Dropping back, blitz from Hoagie. Hoagie even gets his hand on it. That's a fumble. Frederick recovers. No, they're calling it incomplete. Colt Hoagie came screaming from a corner blitz. Got a hand on that football. They're going to say Elmore's hand was going forward, and looks like that actually was the right call.
Honestly, I don't know how much I agree with that. I mean, as much as I would have loved to have seen it go the other way, and as much as my heart disagrees with it, his arm was in a forward motion, even though it was a very slight, minuscule forward motion. So, I mean, honestly, I can see where the scales could have been tipped either way in Frederick's favor, or it could have been tipped, obviously, in Mead's favor, which it did. It's actually a solid call from the refs, as unfortunate as it is.
Hoagie looks to be showing a blitz again. We'll see if he comes screaming in again. Shotgun, and that's exactly what Hoagie's going to do. He's met this time. Elmore drops back. He has a man wide open on the left sideline. Touchdown, Mavericks.
Are you kidding me? That was the definition of blown coverage. I mean, literally nobody over there. I mean, the closest defender was maybe 10, 15 yards away. That was a walk-in.
Mavericks, touchdown, Mead.
And this, honestly, if you're a Mead Maverick, that is the most satisfying end to a drive that you've been fighting for the past three and a half minutes, give or take, with under 30 seconds left in this first half.
Davis, his extra point will be right down the middle. 14-0. Mavericks lead. Similar story so far to what we saw last year.
Honestly, I don't know what Frederick's going to do before half. Honestly, if I'm Frederick, I'm just going to kneel it out. I don't know. If I'm in the coach's head, I feel like kneeling it out right now is kind of what you have to do. As disappointing as it would be to end half that way, I just don't know if playing that competitive, I don't know. That's a hard one.
Golden Eagles do have two of the most electric returners you'll see in high school football here in Colorado. Colt Hoagie and Sunnydale Pitts. We'll see if they get a shot. Martinez is also back there with them. Eli Davis set to kick off of St. Aubyn's touchdown. Elmore's second passing touchdown of the night. And line drive kick. Going to bounce over Hoagie. Del Pitts is going to return it. Here goes Sonny Del Pitts. Going to take it to the right side. Breaks one tackle. Breaks another. Finally wrapped up at the 25. Risky return turned out to be just fine with 19 seconds left to go.
I was about to say, it always gets a little risky whenever you see someone backpedaling that much, as Del Pitts had to in order to catch that line drive. I mean, that thing went flying up in the air. A little under 20 seconds left in this first half.
19 seconds left. Golden Eagles might just be conservative, keeping on the ground. And I'm a little disappointed that first drive, first play actually, we hit the senior receiver, Dejas Waldo, on a little curl route. Haven't gone back to it as well as it worked. Kissinger, diamond formation. He's going to drop back. Two-step drop. Fires for Dejas Waldo. There it is. And Dejas Waldo almost makes the grab. It's tipped up to Del Pitts. Sonny Del Pitts down the right sideline. Finally pushed out of bounds.
Honestly, electrifying is the easiest way to put that, as unfortunately it looks like there is a Mead player down on the field at the moment. But can we just talk about Del Pitts and the ball control and just overall, man, Del Pitts, that's a one-of-a-kind play that you see right there.
And what a change of events there. With 7 seconds left to go, Golden Eagles get about a 60-yard catch to bring them all the way out to the 25-yard line, threatening to make this a one-score game.
You have to be cognizant you have less than 7 seconds left.
Man, DeJus Waldo almost made a heck of a grab. He was getting
I was
tackled.
going to say a one-handed snag up in the air while he was getting tackled, and then he bopped it up, which I was a little nervous there in the beginning. I'm not going to lie. I was a little nervous there to see what would happen in that play, what would result, because he had, 2 or 3 defenders already around him, so easily could have been dangerous, but Mead's going to take a timeout. Probably smart if you're Mead.
And another timeout on the field. 7 seconds here left. 25-yard line. Do you take a shot at the end zone here, Carly?
You have 2 options. Kind of looking at the weapons that they do have. I mean, Cahoon does have a long leg. We saw him, I can't remember how long it was. I want to say maybe 35 yards last game that we saw him just a little shy, maybe 5 yards shy. So obviously he can do some distance, but I feel like you're a little too far to kick it, honestly, for a safe kick. And so it's one of those where I say, I don't know, shotgun formation and just send them. I say send them. What do you have to lose right now before half?
Salmeron's going to be in the backfield with Kissinger. And another timeout on the field from the Golden Eagles. Mead Mavericks were playing very conservative. They had 4 safeties back there. A little cover 4 action. Keeping everything out of the end zone. We'll see what the Golden Eagles change up right here.
I was about to say, you at least have to throw in a few safeties back there.
Golden Eagles looked like they were about to go 4 wide. Del Pitts is gassed. He's not even on the field, which could be interesting. One of your best wideouts isn't on the field. Looks like he might even be a little shaken up.
Yeah, Del Pitts, saw him kind of grabbing at his face a little bit, kind of shaking off some of the other players. He's sitting over there with Hoagie, it looks like. Very interesting to see him not out there.
And
they're going to kick it.
With 7 seconds left, Golden Eagles aren't even going to take a shot at the end zone. Looks like they're going to try to take their 3 here with Mr. Bigfoot Cahoon.
Honestly, if I'm Mead, I'd have someone back there to possibly return it.
And another timeout. And if I'm the Golden Eagles, why not take a shot at the end zone?
That's what I'm thinking.
One. You got plenty of time.
And honestly,
got
just
timeouts as well.
Kind of like what you said. It's first down. Not to put pressure on Cahoon, not to say I don't trust his leg necessarily. We've seen him obviously have a very handy leg on him, but it's one of those where if I'm Frederick, kind of like what do you have to lose? What's the worst thing, which I don't want to jinx it, but what would be the worst thing that would happen? I don't know, maybe they return it, but by then clock's already running out. And as long as they don't make it all the way back there, what are they going to do really?
And Frederick's going to stick to the 3. DeJus Waldo takes the snap. Cahoon's kick is low. It's not going to get there. It might have been blocked at the line.
It looked like, it barely soared off the ground. It kind of just flopped.
And that's why I thought we should have taken a shot at the end zone before trying that.
Agreed. That kick was dead before it even really left the air. Either footing wasn't, there, or as you said, might have been tipped at the line.
Elmore does have an arm, so we could see an attempt at the end zone.
Honestly, if I'm Frederick,
really
at least have a man 3 deep. I don't know. They're just going to knee it.
Or not a shot at the end zone, but a little deep ball, and they are going to just knee it out. Golden Eagles heading into halftime, down 14-0. As we will be right back here on the Golden Eagle. No, we won't.
Rocky students exist to build up the next generation, to live a life of purpose, influence, and faith. You see, we believe that when you discover purpose.
Ian McKendry, coach. Ian.
I'm down here on the sideline with Coach Lloyd. Coach, very physical battle from the up front, from both sides of the ball. Almost had
Reminder at the conclusion of tonight's football game, our clock operator will set the stadium clock to 20 minutes. Once that time has expired, we kindly ask that all spectators exit the stadium. Thank you for your cooperation and support in this matter.
And hopefully on offense we can make a few more plays.
Thank you, Coach. Back up to you, Dante.
The Golden Eagles are down 14-0 heading to half, as we'll be right back here on the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network.
You've likely heard in the news that interest rates are way too high, homes are just not selling, and the real estate market is about to crash at any moment. Hi, I'm Kendra Badgekar, your local real estate expert, and I've been serving Carvin Valley and Northern Colorado for over 7 years, and I've got some good news. The truth is, there are several creative finance options to get your interest rate down to a much lower rate if you're thinking about buying a home. And yes, homes are taking a little bit longer to sell, but with the right marketing strategy, they are still selling for a great value, so your equity is safe. If you're thinking about making a move this year, let's grab a cup of coffee and talk about the best way to get you there.
Hey, I'm Jake Marsing, social studies teacher and advisor of the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network, and you're watching GEBN. Go Golden Eagles!
And hey, look at that handsome fella. Same guy talking right here. Welcome back in, everybody, to the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network for halftime as your Frederick Golden Eagles down 14-0 against the rival Mead Mavericks in what has been really a physical game, and a game where, although the score is 2 possessions, it really is 2 mental errors that have kept Frederick out of this ball game so far. We are up here in the booth. I am Jake Marsing, proud to be the advisor of the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network, founder of the program, if you will. Speaking of founders of the program, holy cow! We are up here joined by an alum, Mason Shafronic, class of 2025, graduated, came to pay us a visit, up here directing with us. Mason, how the heck are you, my man?
Pretty good. I couldn't get away for too long.
I know. Look,
second football game, I had to come back.
Hey, he walked in here, didn't tell us he was coming, but he walked in with a GEBN shirt on, and that was life. So, hey, we are up here, going to bring you all of the halftime show as best as we can from the booth. We'll bring you shots, all of that good stuff. Try to get you some audio from down on the field as well. But in general, we are excited to bring you this broadcast and this whole broadcast season. Hey, while I've got you up here, just to give you a heads up at home, you may have noticed our video quality a little bit lower than we are used to here on GEBN. The reason for that, just so you give it a little bit behind the curtain, the network here at the stadium is getting crushed tonight. We run on Wi-Fi. So we make the choice when we're getting crushed like that of either having choppy, dropped, basically cloudy frames, or that kind of slideshow situation where you're getting like 1 frame every several seconds. So we choose to do that, and Mason, that's typically the right choice, right?
Yeah, I'd rather that than A, no stream, or B, a really bad stream. So we're trying our best up here.
Absolutely.
We're getting through it.
You know who also tries their best and does a great job? The Frederick High School Marching Band. We're going to get you shots of the band. Let's go to them now here on the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network.
Change of face. Change of face.
Yeah, I know. We changed it up this year in the spring.
As that was a presentation of the Frederick Golden Eagle Marching Band here at halftime of the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network. You may notice that our halftime this year does not yet have a supporter or a sponsor. Mason, what are some things that sponsors get out of supporting the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network for anybody who might be interested in supporting our halftime show?
Yeah, we give a lot, especially because we do every broadcast. You get advertisement, and we're live 3 times a week.
And right now, it's about the pace.
Yeah, it's insane. And it's all local. It's all local based. If you're a local wannabe sponsor, you know your audience is going to be people in the area, and it's not. You're not advertising to someone across the world. It's in your own town. It's a great option, and really, the price that we're charging is not that insane for what you're getting. You're getting so much.
You're getting a lot, but you know who's not getting a lot tonight? The
Frederick Golden Eagles.
Thus far.
Especially our offense.
It's been a tough go of it so far, Mason. What is your takeaway just from watching as an observer popping in?
Yeah, it's weird. Last year, I mean, it's a whole different system. We were kind of talking earlier. When you have such a heavy core leave and graduate, especially coming out of Gavin Ishmael and your tight end, Burke Eisman.
Who's here tonight, by the way?
I saw that, yeah.
Burke's down there.
There's a lot of seniors actually
Almost
here.
Down there, yes. From your class, this most recent graduating class.
Exactly. But I think the key is throwing the ball, which this offense is scared to do. And
yeah, I mean, we'll see if it's a scared issue or if it's you spend all offseason redesigning your offense around a skill set you think will work for you. And we'll just see. They may have to make some alterations. They may have to make some changes. Right now, we have not seen a ton of ball movement. He had the one big play at the end of the first half where kind of that trickeration, Sonny took it. But, what do you want to see here out of your Golden Eagles in this second half?
I think they can, if they can get the short pass game going.
Yeah.
You mix up the run and pass game, start throwing Mead a few different options and spreads. I think we give them a new look. That could definitely change. From the Mead side of the ball, they're kind of running the same formations over and over again. They have the 3 in the back, and it's kind of a handoff on who gets the ball. But, again, Mead's 2 touchdowns were throws in the air, and both of them were actually pretty deep throws.
And one of them was a miscommunication on the back end of the route, right, where you had 2 Frederick defenders run into each other. And the other one, I think you're just making some mental errors. So I didn't get a chance to hear what Coach had to say, but it certainly, I'm sure, was about how you correct mental errors and move forward. So that really is the task. Mason Shafronic, holy cow, is it good to see you, young man.
It's been great to be back. Too bad this is my last, but
hey, you know what? We will honor you, a GEBN Hall of Famer, name forever on the plaque of the building. If you want to know why the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network exists, why we've been able to bring you these games for the last 5 years, the gentleman sitting right here talking to you is if not the reason, probably one of the 2 or 3 reasons. So, Mason, we are eternally grateful to you. Thank you so much,
Well, I
sir.
appreciate it. It's been a lot of hard work and a lot of ups and downs, but it's definitely been fun, and can't wait to pass it on to these young fellas next to me.
You have passed it on, and you've done an exceptional job. So we bumped up that bit rate on the video side, so folks at home may get a little bit of a better.
Yeah, right now it's very terrible. We are really, if this even goes out, we apologize.
Yeah, no, we're gonna probably have to drop that back down to like 800 because.
They don't know what 800 means.
Yeah, they don't know what that means, but we will drop that video bit rate back down. Did it just crash on us?
Hopefully not. We will try to keep this stream going for you guys and give you the best we can.
Yeah, all right. Well, I'm going to hand it back over to the voice of the Golden Eagles, Dante Lechuga, and Carly Evans when we come back here on the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network.
You've likely heard in the news that interest rates are way too high, homes are just not selling, and the real estate market is about to crash at any moment. Hi, I'm Kendra Badgekar, your local real estate expert, and I've been serving Carvin Valley and Northern Colorado for over 7 years, and I've got some good news. The truth is, there are several creative finance options to get your interest rate down to a much lower rate if you're thinking about buying a home. And yes, homes are taking a little bit longer to sell, but with the right marketing strategy, they are still selling for a great value, so your equity is safe. If you're thinking about making a move this year, let's grab a cup of coffee and talk about the best way to get you there.
I'm Jake Marsing, social studies teacher and advisor of the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network, and you're watching GEBN. Go Golden Eagles!
And welcome back, everybody, to the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network. My name is Dante Lechuga, and for now, I'm alongside here with Mason Shafronic.
Scratch that, guys. I quit.
Never mind. See you later, Mason. As that's actually the face of GBN that you guys just heard, Mason Shafronic. He did it all in his prime. He really did. And Carly, welcome back.
Hello, I'm back.
And Carly, what are you hoping to see in this next half?
Honestly, I'm hoping to see some continued aggression that we've seen from PK this first half. I think, honestly, the coaches need to put more faith and trust in him a little bit, honestly. Kind of feels like they're still holding him back a little bit. I think they've opened up the chambers a little bit more, but it's one of those where it feels like a little bit of a repeat of last week's game.
Absolutely. And Golden Eagles, at first it looked like they were going to go a lot more confident in the pass game, and we just really haven't seen as much from that after that first drive. And I'm hoping we do see more of it in the second half because I thought it was looking pretty well and pretty good.
I was going to say, I agree. There was almost like, I don't know, they had some momentum. They had a little bit of spice, a little bit of everything going for them, but I don't know, it just kind of fell short real quick. And Mead, I think they buckled under pressure in the beginning of the game, but honestly, they've done nothing but solidified even more, honestly, with time. Most teams, you'll watch them play and, they kind of slowly start to get worse, or like you start to see kind of like this, I don't know, just kind of a fade, I guess one could say. But I mean, this game, it's not but a fade for Mead.
And Carly, what do you think would be the key to getting that goose egg off that scoreboard here for the Golden Eagles?
Honestly, biggest thing that you can do right now, put faith in PK and his offense. You need blockers. If you're PK, your O-line has been struggling with those, edge rushers, and it's very noticeable. It's honestly a little hard to watch. If you're PK, you want him to have like a very fruitful career, and with this game, you don't want him just getting pummeled left and right, and that's what it feels like.
Mead got the ball first, I believe. It'll be Frederick ball to start the half. Golden Eagles really need a score. Haven't been able to do it yet. It would be huge if they score on this first drive, Carly.
Without a doubt.
Del Pitts and Hoagie will be back there along with Martinez. We get back into action here in this Rivalry Classic.
Frederick won the opening toss. They deferred to the second half. They will be receiving the second half kickoff. Sonny Del Pitts is back to receive the kick.
Davis, another booming kick, and that's going to go in the end zone. Frederick will head out to the 20-yard line and out trots Kissinger.
Glad to see Del Pitts back out there. Obviously, we saw him shaken up before half ended, but obviously he seems to be doing much better.
We'll see if Frederick goes back to how they started in that first half, going pass right away. Deejus Waldo has space. He's been beating his matchup on those routes. We'll see if they go back to him.
Pretty much every single time, too. We've seen him beat him constantly. So the matchup is clearly in Deejus Waldo's favor.
Kissinger play action. You're going to take it himself. He's going to take off up the middle. He'll get 4.
Kissinger on the quarterback keep.
5 maybe. We talked about Kissinger not being scared to use those legs. Haven't seen as much of it tonight. We'll see if they go back to it as they did last week.
Something I'm a little worried about is, from his blind side, he was kind of carrying the ball a little loosely, which, carrying that ball, that is a crucial thing that you cannot make a mistake on. You have to make sure you hold possession and keep possession of that ball.
Kissinger got 2 to his left. He's going to drop back, feeling pressure, and he's going to get dropped in the backfield. A herd of Mavericks met him back there. It's going to be 3rd and long, 3rd and 10.
I mean, literally got swallowed up before any potential was to be had. So this is the opposite of what we wanted to see them do at the start of this half. 3rd and 10. Still trailing by 2 scores.
Kissinger's going to go shotgun once again. Looks like they just flipped the play. Betancourt's all alone. He's got one-on-one coverage with Palco. We'll see if they try to take advantage of that. Kissinger fires. Del Pitts makes the grab. Incomplete. Del Pitts, he took a heck of a hit on that play.
That was a heck of a hit. And I mean, props to Del Pitts for attempting to hang on. That would have been a difficult catch. I mean, at least he's got better hands than CeeDee Lamb in last night's game. What was it, 3 drops? 3 or 4 drops? That's insane. That's not something you see from Lamb.
And both rowdy crowds are showing their phone flashlights. Became quite a tradition here past couple of years. Cahoon, the working man, will get it to the 37-yard line is where they'll down it.
Garrett Cahoon with the punt for the
Good little kick there from Cahoon.
Roll is in Frederick's benefit.
Here comes Elmore, the dual threat quarterback. Has a pair of passing touchdowns so far tonight, one to Davis, one to St. Aubin. See if he adds another one to his resume for this game. Elmore going to keep it himself. Elmore's going to bounce off a tackle, and he's going to be met by a couple of Golden Eagles. He'll get back to the line, maybe a yard on that play.
Yeah, nothing much being produced right there.
Stop for the Golden Eagles.
Marcus Salmeron gets a tackle, one of the senior leaders of this defense. Heck of a safety. Came flying in. Elmore, this is the same formation we saw all the first half. Handoff up the middle, knifing his way through right at the sticks. We'll see where they mark it. Looks like they're going to move those chains here for the Mavericks. Out to the 47-yard line. Mavericks are cruising here so far.
Yeah, they're making it look easy, honestly.
Elmore going to keep it himself off of that formation. He's going to fight for a good gain. It's going to be roughly 5 yards. Good fight there from Elmore. Keeping those legs pumping, 2nd and 5. Mavericks are going to go tempo. Wouldn't be shocked if they go same formation again. No, they're going to mix it up this time. Elmore's going to step back to the shotgun. He's going to motion a couple to that left side. Got a man to his right in the backfield. Going to give it to him. That's Chapala. Chapala makes one miss. He has a first down. All the way out to the 40.
Marcus Salmeron on the stop for the
Salmeron in on another tackle, his second of this half already.
Salmeron able to make sure nothing too insane happened. But man, the Mavericks are moving this drive. And honestly, if it goes up to 3 scores, that's deadly.
Elmore going to keep it himself right up the middle, has plenty of space, makes one man miss, and is finally wrapped up after a 9-yard gain right at the 6 once again. They're going to say it's 2nd and 1, maybe even 2nd in inches. Ethan Elmore ran over one, took a couple Eagles to bring him down there. So he's going to go in the shotgun, twins left. Eagles showing 4-man rush. They're going to rush Hoagie on that right side. Elmore's looking deep in the end zone. It's going to be a little underthrown. Mavericks want a flag. Could still be a little upset about that earlier call they missed. Thought that was actually pretty good coverage there from the Eagles.
Honestly, yeah. Really good matchup. Salmeron, his name being heard once again.
Brings up 3rd down and 1.
3rd and 1. Mavericks are going to go back to good old reliable. Elmore under center, 3 behind. Here's the snap, Elmore. Handoff up the middle. Aubin's met. He's going to pick up just enough. After being hit in the backfield, he spun off it, picked up the first down.
So this will move the chains forward once again.
Salmeron He's made just about every tackle this drive. Made another there. Elmore gonna hand it off. Right side, makes one miss. That'll be a 9-yard pickup. Mead Mavericks right now are unstoppable with this run game. Frederick's gonna have to make some adjustments. Elmore.
First down, Mead.
Shotgun, Twins left. Little confusion out there on the field. Golden Eagles have 2 on the line, or 3. Hoagie's threatening to blitz, along with 2 backers up the middle. Hoagie will blitz. And that's going to lead to a wide open gap up the middle for Aubin. St. Aubin is pushed into the end zone. Touchdown Mavericks, make it 3 scores. Or Chapala, excuse me. Mead Mavericks. This offense has been truly dominant so far early in this third quarter. Frederick's defense made quite the adjustment. It looked like there was 2 backers and only 3 initial D linemen. Not sure what the game plan was there as Davis pokes in his 3rd extra point of the night.
Extra point is good.
Kissinger in this offense really need to score here. It's going to be really tough to come back with about 7 minutes left in this third quarter. This drive, especially if it takes a while, you're just going to need a score here. As I like to take this chance to shout out Fowler Automotive. This broadcast is brought to you in part by Fowler Automotive. From sales to service, Fowler is proud to keep you moving and support our broadcasts, community, and schools. Fowler Automotive, driven by integrity, powered by you. Shout out to Fowler Automotive for sponsoring tonight's broadcast. Del Pitts has yet to get a true shot at returning one yet tonight. One went bouncing over Hoagie, almost in the end zone, and just about everything else has just gone into the end zone initially. We'll see if he gets a chance here, and he will not. Another great kick from Davis. The senior, he has a touchdown tonight. Mavericks leading receiver on the year. Golden Eagles will start this drive out on the 20.
So Dante, 21-0. This is not the most pleasant pummeling we've had. And I think it hurts a little bit more, honestly, just knowing that this rivalry is so significant. And we've been hyping it up. And then I don't know.
Right now we're getting rolled with the Hogs up front as that toss to Salmron is just met in the backfield. He'll stay up, but he's met by the entire Mavericks D line.
The carry for the Golden Eagles back to the original line of scrimmage brings up 2nd down, Golden Eagles.
Yeah, so not much there. Once again, just nothing being produced whatsoever.
2nd and 10 here. 6.5 minutes left in this third quarter. Kissinger's going to go under center. Motion, Salmron is another fumble on the snap. The junior Micah is under center down there. Kissinger and Micah have another miscommunication. Could be a point of emphasis next practice. That's the second one that's happened today.
I was about to say, and typically, honestly, it's kind of normal to have one every once in a while, you know what I mean? Just miscommunication, whatever the case may be, but man, twice in one game, that's something to be cognizant about.
Kissinger, 3rd and 13. Twins left. Gonna have Salmron back there with him. Here's the snap. He's looking for Salmron. That might have been a backwards pass. No, they're gonna mark it as incomplete. Palco was all over if they did mark it as a fumble. And something to notice is Salazar has yet to be seen after that first half could be his ankle, as we're actually going to get some insight from Ian McKendry here on that sideline.
Thank you, Dante. I'm down here on the sideline. The body language right now for Frederick, they're a little frustrated with themselves. Coach Lloyd rallying the team up in a quick huddle, telling them keep their heads up, keep their heads up. This game is not over yet. A lot of communication from the senior, Colt Hoagie, trying to rally these boys together. Still a lot of time to play, still over 17 minutes. Just try to rally back. Frederick having to punt here, so this defense going to have to come back on the field. Try to rally back, get a quick stop, get that offense back on the field. Back up to you, Dante.
Cahoon's kicks,
And thank you, Ian. As Cahoon, he's been a working man here tonight, Carly. He's actually had quite a good night. His punts have been pretty consistent.
I was going to say, I was just about to talk about that. I got a little eager, jumped the gun a little bit, but hey.
Elmore waiting for the signal to be able to snap it. Here he goes. He's going to motion him, man. That's St. Aubin. He's going to keep it himself, though. Elmore knifing. Salmeron meets him and joins the rest of that linebacker crew of Golden Eagles, and they'll hold Elmore to a 3-yard gain. Rushing-wise, Elmore hasn't had as great as a night as he did for South, but arguably a better night passing the football.
Brings up 2nd down and 7 after the 3-yard.
100%. With about 5 minutes remaining in this third quarter, 2nd and 7. They're up by 3 scores. Honestly, they can just leave it on the ground for now.
Golden Eagles, once again, they only have one up front the line, and they have the rest of them standing up. Not sure why. St. Aubin's going to get a sweep. There goes St. Aubin making a cut. St. Aubin making a move. He's going to be wrapped up. Not after he picks up about a 20-yard gain. Believe that was DeJus Waldo on the tackle. Once again, Mavericks are just running this football. And looks like this one might get brought back. And it looks like it is. Holding here on the Mead Mavericks. Erasing that 20-yard gain. It's going to be 2nd and long here. Wouldn't be shocked if the Mavericks just run the ball again here.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, it seems to be the thing that's honestly working for them, and very consistently. As unfortunate as it is, Frederick's defensive line just really hasn't been able to do much of anything whenever it comes to containing the Mead Mavericks rushing game.
Shotgun, Elmore. Handoff. Chapala's going to get met in the backfield. He'll be lucky to get back to the line again. 3rd and 14 here. Or excuse me, 3rd and 13. Frederick's going to definitely need a stop here.
Landon Olson on the tackle for the Golden Eagles.
Elmore. Shotgun. Once again, Frederick's doing the same thing with that D-line, only having one-man rush. I believe that's Mashkori, the senior. Mashkori almost gets back there. And this run with Cradaville is going to go nowhere. DeJus Waldo and the rest of the crew pushes him out of bounds. Turnover. Or not turnover, excuse me.
It's okay, we knew what you meant, Dante.
Third down stop. Out brings the punt crew here for Mead, Eli Davis.
Eli Davis for the Mead Mavericks lined up to punt the ball. Sonny Del Pitts is back to receive.
Eli Davis set to punt. Del Pitts back to return. Heck of a punt here for Davis. Del Pitts has to backpedal back. He's going to make a chance, or have a chance to return this. Gets a block from DeJus Waldo. Breaks the tackle. Sonny Del Pitts down the left sideline. Has a lot of room. Makes a cut. Down to the 40. And there's some momentum for the Golden Eagles.
Del Pitts, this is exactly the moment for him. I mean, we've heard his name a whole bunch. And why not? He is one of our star players, and he proves it there with the nasty little cutback, breaking ankles left and right.
And the Golden Eagles take over on offense.
Here at the 40-yard line, Kissinger going to take another whack at it. Really need to put some points on that board. Looks like that might be Norwood back there behind him. Here's the snap, toss. Del Pitts going to give it to the high hand. Sonny Del Pitts breaks the tackle. Sonny Del Pitts is giving it his all right now. 7-yard gain.
7 on the play. 2nd down and 3.
Golden Eagles is really starting to roll, feeding off Del Pitts' energy. The senior captain, been on varsity since sophomore year, starting to show his experience. Kissinger under center. Norwood's behind him again. Motion. Del Pitts, same play. Toss up the middle. Sonny Del Pitts looks like he's going to be close to that line to gain. It's going to depend on the spot. And it looks like they are going to move those chains here for the Golden Eagles. 2 minutes left in this third quarter.
I mean, honestly, this is the momentum that we needed, like, I don't know, a few quarters ago, if you know what I mean. But I'm glad that we're finally starting to break into the momentum a little bit more.
First and 10, Kissinger at the Maverick 30. Need a score. Minute 30 left in the third quarter. Down 3 scores. Kissinger. That run's going to be stuffed. He is driven back.
Driven back was an understatement. I mean, that was
Big 71. Oh, no. In on the tackle. He's been plugging up the inside run here for Frederick all night.
little over a minute remaining in this third quarter.
Clock is rolling. You'd love to see them score before the third quarter ends. Just get as much time as you can. Rolling on 50 seconds left. Kissinger. Bad snap. Kissinger's going to have to dive on it. Football's loose. Mavericks trying to pick it up. They do. Huge turnover for the Mavericks. Del Pitts can't believe it.
Turnover on the play.
I was about to say, a little bit of shock amongst everybody, specifically Golden Eagle fans.
Frederick's sideline cannot believe it right now. Golden Eagles, right when they were starting to get a sense of momentum, it all snaps away.
I was about to say, it's all been snuffed out, like immediately too. Right whenever you thought there was hope.
And here goes Mead, back to good old reliable. Elmore, handoff. And that's met in the backfield. Good tackle that was. From number 18, Marlo McCoy. Started off the game with a big sack on Elmore. Been a bit quiet till then.
I was going to say, haven't heard much action from him before, at least in this game. But, you know, with this clock winding down as you're about to enter the fourth quarter, if you're the Golden Eagles, I wouldn't be feeling amazing going into this fourth quarter. You know, you've been shut out so far this game. Honestly, the best thing you can do right now, if you're PKing his offense, you got to just make small steps in the right direction.
Handoff up the middle. He's going to pick up a couple. That's going to bring us the end of the third quarter. As Carly down 3 scores. We'll be right back here on the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network.
Rocky students exist to build up the next generation, to live a life of purpose, influence, and faith. You see, we believe that when you discover purpose, you start to discover you have a reason to live. And when you discover you have a reason to live, you start to notice you have influence. And when you lean into that influence, you make an impact. This world needs people like you, the next generation, to discover your purpose and to decide today the leader you want to be tomorrow.
And welcome back, everyone, to the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network. My name's Dante Lechuga, and right now I'm flying solo for a little bit. Mrs. Carly Evans is a little under the weather, so prayers out to Miss Carly. Ethan Elmore on this Mavericks offense. Big 3rd and 3 here. If they get a first down here, that would be huge. Just keep draining the clock. Elmore waiting for the signal. There it is. He's going to be in the shotgun. Going to motion St. Aubin. Going to give it to him. And no, Elmore's going to keep it. Fooled me. He's going to get the first down. Ethan Elmore. That is one big boy running the football out of quarterback's position. Picks up the first down.
Marcus Salmeron on the tackle.
Salmeron, this second half has been quite a big one for him. Made a ton of tackles already in the 3rd quarter. There he is in the 4th as another handoff. Just gets right past that first line of defense here for the Golden Eagles. We are getting beat up front. It's going to be, looks like this might get brought back. No. They're checking to see the sticks. That's first down for the Mavericks. As everyone give Mr. Ian McKendry a warm welcome. We've been talking about announcing game. I'm a little sad that this is how it happened. Shout out to Carly. She gave it her all tonight. Just wasn't feeling too good. As Ian, welcome to the booth, man.
Thank you, Dante. I'm up here now. My voice is a little gone. I've been screaming on the sideline, but there's some energy down there. The boys are still feeling it, but they gotta get to work here.
Elmore's gonna have a 2nd and 6 here, and just outside the red zone. Got 2 yards to go to get to the red zone. Same formation we've seen all night. If it isn't broke, don't fix it. Elmore under center. Gonna turn around, another handoff, left side. And he's going to be swung down by Martinez. Waldo got in there too, but there was a flag on the play.
Great play by Martinez, but he does look like he is down. Great job getting downhill on that play. Like you said, Waldo getting in there to make a helping hand. Wonder what that flag is going to be on. But a great play there by Martinez.
Absolutely, the junior corner. He's had a pretty solid night. As with the man down, we're going to actually be right back here on the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network.
Are you tired of paying rent or constantly moving from one place to another? LGI Homes has the solution for you. We offer affordable new homes with exceptional quality. With our simplified buying process and zero down options available, easily achieve the dream of homeownership and quickly move into your new home. At LGI Homes, we have it all, offering new homes complete with upgrades, designed to add style, value, and energy efficiency to your life. Find your new home today with LGI Homes.
And welcome back, everybody, to the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network. I'm Dante Lechuga alongside here with Mr. Ian McKendry. As looks like our Golden Eagle is A-OK. He might have gotten a knee to the leg. I believe is it Martinez?
That is Martinez. He took a little dive when he got hit there, made that hit, but able to walk off on his own power, so that's a great sign to see.
There is a flag on that play. The penalty was against Frederick.
Frederick penalty on the play. Advanced Mead inside the 10-yard line now, looking to try to punch in possibly the dagger.
Elmore under center. This indeed could very well be the dagger, making it a 4-score game with 10 minutes left in the football game.
Riley gets in there, disrupting the play pretty easily there. Mead has really ran that 3-back situation where Elmore can either turn to his left, hand it to 2 guys, or turn to his right, just give it off to the 1, or keep it himself. We've seen that a few times tonight.
I was going to say, yeah. They've just been showing every single option, and just Frederick can't keep up right now. Elmore under center. Same formation, Ian. Right up the gut. There's going to be a man that gets back there. I believe that was Ross.
That's Eric Ross, and he is a play disruptor. Immediately ran outside that left side of the O-line. Saw, same play. 3 straight times Mead has been running this play, and Eric Ross gets back there, disrupts it, gets a nice tackle.
Eric Ross on the tackle for the last play.
The senior sensation, been starting on varsity since sophomore year. Actually led the team in tackles sophomore year.
He's a dog, man. He's not afraid to hit somebody.
Great guy on and off the field. Great student as well. One of the senior captains of this team.
It's a big third down here, Dante.
Absolutely. 3rd and goal for Elmore. I'm sure they will go for it if they don't get it here. Elmore drops back, feeling pressure. He's got a man wide open. Low throw, though. Elmore's frustrated. He knew he had him. Hoagie came screaming in with another blitz. 4th and goal.
Great pressure. That's Ross and Hoagie in there again. Hoagie has had a few great plays blitzing off the edge. He has really gotten into that backfield, disrupting Elmore. And like you said, Elmore very frustrated there. He had a man wide open over the middle. Frederick right now playing very good on the goal line right now. Big timeout here from Lloyd.
The Frederick defense is posturing in a timeout on the play. I'd like to take another chance to shout out Fowler Automotive. This broadcast is brought to you in part by Fowler Automotive. From sales to service, Fowler is proud to keep you moving to support our community schools. Fowler Automotive, driven by integrity, powered by you.
So this is a big 4th down here, Dante. Frederick, get this goal line stopped. They really got to drive down the field and score. And, you know, they got down there on their last drive, but obviously the miscommunication on the snap turned that into a fumble recovery by Mead. Luckily, they didn't take that back, but Frederick right now really got to play heavy defense right now.
So it looks like Mead's going to take their 3, which I honestly don't agree with.
I would go for it.
I would too. I do think Eli Davis is about to make this kick, but why not go for it? If you don't get it, the Golden Eagles are, on our own 5-yard line. I just disagree, and it looks like we just jumped off sides. And they very well might go for it now, Ian.
4th and goal from the inch marker. I would very well go for it here, but.
The kick was good, but there was a flag on the play prior to the.
And the kick was good, but it looked like Hoagie jumped off sides. Trying to get that block, which honestly isn't a terrible idea.
Try to disrupt a play. What is Mead going to do here? They're going to discuss it. Do they accept it? Take it from about the 3-yard line and try to punch in a quick score? Or do they take the 3 and put some faith in their defense?
And this Frederick side of fans has just been silent for a while.
As Elmore is back out there on the field. They are going to go for it. If Frederick can get the stop here, though, big chance for Frederick.
And same formation we've seen all night. Elmore under center. Got Cradaville, Chapala, and St. Aubin back there behind him. Here's the snap. Elmore, handoff up the middle. No one's stopping it. Into the end zone. Chapala, touchdown Mead.
Yeah, that's just a breakdown down the middle. I mean, Frederick tried to load the box up there, tried to jam the center there where Chapala's really been running this whole drive. But he says, I'm going to pop it outside, and nobody out there to protect that wide side, and ultimately ends in a Mead touchdown.
And with that touchdown, looks like Mead is going to be 8 minutes away from being 3-0 the last 3 years, I believe. 2-0.
I think it's 2-0. I think in our 4-year here, they will be 2-2.
2-2. So fair split here for the Mavericks.
And you know, last year was just such a heartbreaking loss for Frederick, but right now, if you're Frederick, you're trying to just get points on the board. You don't want to get shut out at home against your rivals.
And how it's been the last couple of years is just being so reliant on an electric offense. And right now, that's just not the case, and there's going to have to be a lot to be figured out here with this Golden Eagle offense.
I mean, looking at that Frederick defense, they have played, I would say, very well today. A few, tweaks, a few missed plays, the 2 touchdowns given up in the first half. DB miscommunication. But besides that, ultimately, I think Frederick's defense looks pretty good, I would say. The offense, though, have struggled to move the ball thus far.
And part of the reason is why there's even 28 points is the offense struggling to move the ball. It just keeps giving Mead offense good field position.
It's definitely frustrating if you're Frederick right now.
Davis' squib kick's going to go straight to Hoagie. Here goes Hoagie. Hoagie's going to bounce outside. He has some blockers. Colt Hoagie looking for the edge, using his blazing speed. He's going to be wrapped up at the 25. That was a great tackle from the Mead coverage team.
You said it that time, that blazing speed by Hoagie. Trying to round that corner, but flying down is that Mead Mavericks coverage team, like you said, and ultimately disrupting that kick return.
And it looks like Deshaun Lewis, sophomore quarterback, is warming up a little.
Possibly might get his chance.
I doubt he'll be in this drive. Yeah, Kissinger's out there. But we could see him in the near future, maybe even Mr. Garrett Cahoon as well.
Yeah, I saw Martinez walking off there, still kind of limping on that leg. So he's going to have to be someone to watch as this week goes on into the rest.
Kissinger tossed to Sonny on a little sweep. There goes Sonny. Sonny Del Pitts. He has been playing hard all night.
You said it there. I mean, coming out of the second half, Del Pitts has really turned up an extra notch. He wants it. He wants it so bad. And like you said, that same pitch play that they've been running, that time Del Pitts found the hole, got a good gain of 12, got that first down for Frederick. Frederick just needs to use this momentum, get down the field, and get some points on the board.
Kissinger shotgun. Got two to his right. Still haven't gone back to Dejas Waldo. He's been open. We'll see if they give him a chance. Speed option again for Kissinger. Kissinger makes one miss. He's going to dive forward for 4 yards.
The turf caught him there. He had about 5. He might have had 6 or 7 if he would have just kept going, but the turf kind of caught him there. Not a bad look there from Kissinger on the option play, though.
Second and 5. Clock's rolling. Closing on 7.5 minutes. Kissinger's going to go shotgun as a man all alone on that left side. That's Betancourt. Going to give a toss to Del Pitts again. Del Pitts looking to bounce outside. He's going to have to cut it up. He'll pick up 2 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 3. And this is 100% going to have to be 4 down territory if they don't get it here.
Absolutely. I mean, Del Pitts might have had the edge there. He kind of got wrapped up in the backfield, which slowed his momentum way down. But he was close. He almost had it. Crucial 3rd down, like you said. This is definitely 4 down territory.
3rd and short. Kissinger. Bunch formation. Might just try to power their way for a first down.
Little brotherly shove.
Direct snap. We haven't seen that in a while. Believe that's Salmeron. He's going to have the first down by about 1 yard. Move those chains all the way out to midfield.
Yeah, Salmeron expected to get a lot more carries the rest of this game. I mean, Salazar kind of nursing his ankle, so this is a good chance for him to kind of relax, take a little break. Nice direct snap to Salmeron. We saw that a little bit at Broomfield, running that direct snap to the running back. Salmeron found that hole pretty instantly, got the 3 yards he needed, and Frederick set up right on midfield.
Kissinger shotgun. Snap. Looking towards Dejas Waldo. Doesn't have it. He's going to have to take off. He's met by 3 Mavericks. Going to pick up 3, maybe 4 yards.
He just had no time to get rid of that ball, Dante. He's stuck in the mud right there. That defense collapsed almost instantly on him, which made him have to use his legs. Picked up about 3, so not a horrible turn of events, but not really where he wanted to go there.
Kissinger shotgun. Dejas Waldo's all alone. Play action, looking for Dejas Waldo and Del Pitts, same area. Del Pitts didn't go up, make the grab. Del Pitts didn't think he was down. They're going to spot him down to 25. Sonny Del Pitts has had himself a night.
22-yard dart from PK to Sonny Del Pitts. Del Pitts makes a beautiful grab. I thought that was going to DJ Swaldo. Both of them ran a kind of post concept, and that ball just went right into Del Pitts' hands. Great grab there by Del Pitts. Gets those 22 yards and now sets up Frederick on the edge of the red zone right now.
Motion. Toss right up the middle. Good gain there, 5 yards. Marcus Salmeron starting to get some touches late.
Yeah, Salmeron, he's got the speed if he can get downhill. Good look there. He kind of ran into some coverage, but good job keeping on his feet, keeping moving, and getting 5 on the play, setting up a reasonable second down here.
Frederick right at the red zone, threatening to take away that goose egg here with about 4.5 minutes left. Kissinger's going to go shotgun. Mead still stacking the box. They've been doing it all night. Showing a corner blitz. Direct snap to Salmeron. Fakes the toss to Kissinger. Going to give it to Del Pitts. Del Pitts makes a jump cut. He's going to be lucky to get back to the line. 3rd and 5.
Yeah, it's a great concept idea. I would have kept it. I would have gave it to Kissinger. That left side of the field was pretty much wide open. Nothing but green grass. But they gave it back to Sonny, and Sonny tried to do the best he can. Like you said, Mead has been really stacking the box, not allowing Frederick to run that ball down the middle. And that outside, they're going to the boundary side there, so it's kind of hard to get into open space. Under 4 minutes to go here.
Kissinger all alone. Haven't seen that much. Going to give it to Del Pitts. Del Pitts cuts upfield, makes one miss. Sonny Del Pitts still going to the 10-yard line. 3 minutes and 40 seconds left to go. Sonny Del Pitts. This is one of the best games I've seen him play. Shame to be down 28 here late.
He is alive right now, Sonny Del Pitts. He really seems like the difference maker on that Frederick offense. The reason Frederick has moved the ball so well has been through Del Pitts. And right there, Del Pitts bounced it outside. And good job getting downhill, making a move, and creating some opening.
Kissinger, there's a snap, going to give it to him again. Give it to the hot hand. Del Pitts is going to stumble forward for 2 yards. 2nd and goal.
Good looking idea there from Del Pitts. He got downfield, got the 2 yards, but Mead was already in the backfield as that ball was pitched. Del Pitts just tried to do whatever he could to get up the field. Setting up a 2nd and 9 on the 9-yard line. Dante, you really got to think this is a must score.
I mean, it has to be. 3 minutes left. Got to at least get on the board here in this rivalry.
Yeah, you don't want to get shut out.
And Del Pitts took a spill in the backfield. Kissinger's going to do a little sneak for a couple. Be 3rd and 3 here. 3rd and goal. 3 yards to go.
Yeah, a little tush-push action from Kissinger. Kept it himself and kind of ran through the hole, but he kind of got stuck. Mead, like you said, stacking the box, not allowing Kissinger to really go anywhere. It'll be a 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal here for Kissinger. Once again, DJ Waldo, man-to-man all alone. Not going to go to him. Going to stay with Sonny. Sonny's met by a wall. Looks like he's still fighting. They're going to mark him down, though. Looked like they might have marked him down a little early. He's going to be 4th and goal.
Got about a yard on the carry. Is this a go-for-it situation here? Must go. I think if you're Frederick, I think you gotta air it out here. 4th and 3 from the 3. You got to get some points on the board. I mean, you could send Garrett out there, get the 3, remove the goose egg, but Frederick wants the touchdown.
Kissinger looking to punch one in. Once again, a big shift here. We've been seeing that a lot to start this year.
They're just trying to get him to jump off sides.
And Frederick's going to call a timeout.
So, what do you do now if you're Frederick?
Well, if I'm being honest, I wouldn't have called a timeout.
Yeah.
But why not? Just get the troops settled down. Really want to score. So I'm going to take one last shout out here tonight to Fowler Automotive. This broadcast is brought to you in part by Fowler Automotive. From sales to service, Fowler is proud to keep you moving and to support our community schools. Fowler Automotive, driven by integrity, powered by you.
Mead is ready for this 4th down. Try to get this goal line stand. Frederick's got to come out with some fire here, though.
And really hate to see Salazar with that ankle. Hurt it last year. Said it's been bothering him this year. He's out getting stretched, getting worked on.
Yeah, I've been talking to Cody all week, asking him every day, how you feeling? Are you feeling good? How's the ankle? It's an interior issue in that ankle where it's hurting him to cut up the field. It's hurting him to make moves. So hate to see that. Wildcat formation right now from Frederick. Interesting look.
Del Pitts is going to get it. Del Pitts is sticked behind the line, and Mead is fired up. Holding their crosstown rivals to 0 points. And Del Pitts is kind of giving some Jimmy Butler NBA bubble vibes, kind of gave it your all type of thing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm watching him walk to the sideline right now. He's frustrated. He's very frustrated. The talks this week have really been about trying to get back against Mead, and it's hard, especially at home when Mead just came out and played, honestly, just played better ball. And they've just looked way better coming out of the second half especially. So they're just going to get in that victory formation here, hopefully. Try to get this clock to go down.
That run won't go for much. Clock ticking. I mean, if there's one man to keep his head high, it's Sonny. Sonny had it. That might have been the best game I've ever seen Sonny play.
Yeah, I mean, looking at him right now, he's upset. He's not happy.
You know, and there's a lot of time to figure out. This is the second game of the season. This is the second best team in 3A last year.
Yeah, they went to the finals all the way there, and then they lost by, I think,
touchdown.
2 or 3 or something like that. There was debates for them, you know, trying to kick a field goal on the last play of the game, but instead they tried to go for it and didn't go well for them. But like you said, you've played 2 hard opponents through the first 2 weeks, Broomfield and then Mead. You're on the road next week at Skyline. Hopefully, Frederick can try to figure out what's going on with this offense, try to turn it around by then. Open up that offensive playbook, maybe start working on some more.
And that will do it here tonight in our rivalry special. Mead Mavericks win 28, your Golden Eagles 0. As
a tough one to sit. You know, Frederick still going to keep their heads high. It's still early. This is how they started last year.
As we're going to go down to Mr. Joey Summers for a sideline interview.
Thanks to all who come out for tonight's game. The next home game again Friday, September the 19th. Homecoming versus Montbello. Please, everybody on both sides of the stadium, help out our custodians by picking up after yourself. Your mama does not work here. Look down at your feet. Please pick up any trash you see and place it in the trash cans. We appreciate your help in this matter.
Appreciate your time, Philip. Tough night for your Golden Eagles, but they'll persevere forward. Dante.
Okay. Thank you, Joey. Thank you, PK. As PK battled hard.
He didn't seem too down. Still got a smile on his face. Rough loss if you're Frederick, though. I guess you're, crosstown rivals, but Frederick's gonna bounce back. Starting 0-2, but there's still plenty of time for Frederick to turn this thing around.
And truly it is a tough loss. It really is, Ian. As tonight's broadcast of football between the Broomfield Eagles and your Frederick Golden Eagles has been brought to you by a talented crew of people, as we'll be right back here on the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network. And welcome back, everyone, to the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network. I'm Dante Lechuga alongside here with Ian McKendry. Sorry, there was a little bit of technical difficulty there. As tonight's broadcast of football between the Mead Mavericks and your Frederick Golden Eagles has been brought to you by a talented crew of students here on the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network. I've been Senior Dante Lechuga alongside here with Executive Producer of GBN, Ian McKendry. Our director is the technical producer of GBN, sophomore Marcus Key. Our camera operators have been junior Ethan DeLear and freshman Kaylin Spotke. Our production assistants tonight have been freshman Colton Irwin and sophomore Carter Campman. The third member of our team down on the sidelines is our associate producer, Ian McKendry. He did it all tonight, fellas. Mr. Marsing is GBN's advisor. For everyone at FHS, I'm Dante Lechuga.